guys, Steve here with Seoul Lifts, back in the gym, and finally back at my favorite gym that I found so far in Seoul, which is MF Gym in Mokdong. And it was nice to get back to a place where they had more than 5 20-kilo weight plates for each side of the bar. So I started off with some 60-kilogram warm-ups and 3 at 100 here for deadlifts. And everything was doing all right. I'm sick today. It's my 140 set. I'm sick, so I wasn't really feeling it, but I got some good work done nonetheless. But as I mentioned in some other videos, I lead with the hips too much on a heavy set. So here's a single at 180, real ugly. Leading with the hips. The second signal at 180 is much better, but again, still driving up with the hips too soon, which leads it into a bit more like a stiff leg deadlift, which I suppose is working the lower back just fine. But again, I want to try and put my hips and back in sync a little better. Working down to a set of 5 at 140 and looking pretty decent at 140. Trying to reset each time that I'm doing a rep to try and remind myself to get the hips down. That seems to work fairly well at the lighter weights. And then a quick set at 110, but again, leading up with the hips a bit too soon. Part of this is just having a long back, but deadlifts still seem to be working out well for me, so I'll continue to try and train my central nervous system to drive up with hips and back at the same time. Moved over to the power rack and did some rack deadlifts, some heavy rack deadlifts. So I started off with this set with 5 plates there. That's 220 for 5, and then 260. And on the third rep, my belt snaps, and I just figure, screw it. I'll just keep going through, power through the rest of the set. It's only a rack deadlift. It was the lowest setting on the machine, just above the knee, and worked through that. Then my heaviest set here was at 280. One of the guys in the gym lent me his belt, so that worked out nice. That was nice of him to do, and just powering through to get that third rep up at 280, which is a PR for me on rack deads. And then I moved into rack deadlifts plus shrugs. So I rack it up and then shrug it at the top of the movement. Oftentimes I'll try and separate these two clear and distinct movements by pausing at the top of the rack deadlift and then shrugging. But I was running out a bit of energy today, so in order to get the heavier weights up, I just kind of combined them all into one motion. So dropping the weight down here, did a set of 180 by 10 for the rack deads. And this is my final set of rack deadlifts with shrugs at 140. Again, it's nice to have a real power rack, something with some height on it. So next time I'm doing some shoulder pressing inside the power rack, you'll see some real lockouts finally. The last exercise that I did on the day was one-arm kettlebell clean and presses. Now, you've seen me in other videos doing clean and presses. Barbell clean and press is still an excellent exercise, although what with the deadlifts and shrugs and rack deadlifts, I wanted to give my lower back a bit of a break. I also do one-arm standing dumbbell shoulder presses, which is great for the core on the obliques, and as well for the shoulders, of course. So this exercise here incorporates a lot of the muscles involved in the barbell clean and press, and also the one-arm standing dumbbell shoulder press. So a lot of stabilizer muscles and core muscles in throughout this movement. A nice posterior chain exercise all the way up and through the shoulders. It's a great exercise. Show you a couple of angles of it here. I did 4 sets of this in the last angle here. If you've got heavy enough kettlebells, give it a try. So I'm going to thanks for watching, and like the video, add it to the favorites, subscribe to the channel. Workout details are up here. Comments, questions, please leave them below. And until next time, guys, keep growing.